The Life Cycle of a Salmon, a Bobby Kalman book. The Life Cycle of a Salmon. We're going to skip over the table of contents. What are salmon? Salmon are fish. Fish are vertebrates. A vertebrate is an animal that has a backbone. A backbone is a row of bones in the middle of an animal's back. Like most fish, salmon are bony fish. Bony fish have hard skeletons. Keeping their cool. Fish are cold-blooded animals. The body temperatures of cold-blooded animals change as the temperature of their surroundings change. A salmon that is in cool water has a lower body temperature than a salmon that is in warm water. The big salmon is swimming in cool river. Salmon relations. Salmon belong to a family of fish called Salmonidae. Other members of this family include grayling, whitefish, char, and trout. Salmon and trout are closely related. Scientists do not always agree on whether trout are actually a species of salmon. Freshwater and saltwater. The natural place where an animal lives is called habitat. Some fish live in freshwater habitats, such as rivers and lakes. Other fish live in saltwater habitats, such as oceans. Freshwater fish cannot survive in saltwater, and most saltwater fish cannot survive in freshwater. Fantastic fish. Salmon are found in North America, Europe, and Asia. Salmon are different from most other fish because they spend part of their lives in freshwater and part of their lives in saltwater. Young salmon live in freshwater rivers and lakes, whereas most fully grown salmon live in oceans. An important stop. Salmon cannot swim directly from freshwater to saltwater. They must first swim through estuaries. An estuary forms where a river meets an ocean. In an estuary where there's a mixture of freshwater and saltwater. The mixture of this water helps a salmon's body adjust to saltwater before it enters an ocean. Salmon also stay in estuaries to adjust to freshwater before they return to their freshwater habitats. And this is an estuary in Oregon, right here, that picture. Freshwater forever. Some salmon are landlocked. Landlocked salmon live in lakes and rivers that do not connect to oceans. These fish spend their entire lives in freshwater habitats. The bodies of water in which they live are often deep and cold. They're also known as lake form salmon. Salmon species. There are 8 main species or types of salmon: Atlantic, Chinook, chum, pink, sockeye, coho, steelhead, and mazu. Atlantic salmon live part of their lives in freshwater and part in the Atlantic Ocean. The other 7 species make up a group called Pacific salmon. These salmon live part of their lives in fresh water and part in the Pacific Ocean. There are fewer Atlantic salmon than there are of any other species in North America. Chinook salmon are the largest salmon species. They can grow up to 5 feet and weigh 125 pounds. Chum salmon sometimes have multicolored bodies. Coho salmon are commonly known as silver-side salmon because the sides of their bodies are quite silver, just like that guy there. Steelhead salmon are called coastal rainbow trout. They're more closely related to a salmon than a trout, however. That's that guy there. Most salmon are also called, or mazu salmon are also called Japanese salmon because they live mainly in waters around Japan. Sockeye salmon are also known as red salmon because their bodies turn bright red. Pink salmon are the smallest salmon species. They're about 21 inches long and often weigh less than 5 pounds. A salmon's body. A salmon has a sleekly shaped body. This shape allows a salmon to move easily through water. The salmon swims using body parts called fins. It has strong muscles in its body. The muscles control the fins. They also give the salmon a lot of power. Salmon are strong swimmers. And here are the different parts of the salmon. We don't need to get into that because we did all of that when we did our salmon body parts and dissecting salmons. They'll go really quickly. Nostrils, the gills, the pectoral fin, the pelvic fin, the anal fin, the caudal fin, the adipose fin, the dorsal fin, and then the pectoral fins. A life cycle is a series of changes that every animal goes through, including us. Early in its life cycle, an animal is born or hatches from an egg. The animal grows and changes until it becomes mature. A mature animal can reproduce or make babies with another animal of the same species. Lifespans. And we're going to have to pause right there, for our meeting is beginning.